Randall Reapy. I've been working at the cemetery here for many years, and this is Angela Holder and Pastor Robert Robertson, who are also on the board of directors of the College Park Cemetery Association. Most importantly, Angela is a professor of history and an expert in the Camp Logan and the Houston riot of 1917, which is going to be commemorated today with Jefferson Pinder's artistic performance, whatever that turns out to be. Pastor Robertson is here just in time to see his old workplace get demolished across the street.
Yes.
Yeah, and if he had stayed there and not gone ahead and pushed forward with his pastor's work at the historic Bethel Missionary Baptist Church, none of us would be here.
Right.
So that's who we are. And hiding over here in the shadows is Anthony Smith, our wonderful volunteer and landscape expert. That's his title. I'm giving it to him.
Okay, Angela, would you like to comment?
Yes, I've enjoyed working with these two fine gentlemen on the restoration project of College Memorial Park Cemetery, bringing back the integrity and dignity of the dead that are buried here. And we're very honored and privileged to have that responsibility to bring that kind of respect to this place.
And tell the world what you did that brings Jefferson Pinder stopping on the Houston riot route today here.
Yeah, well, Buffalo Soldiers National Museum, Captain Paul Matthews, the founder, and we worked on getting these men headstones. They were buried for 100 years in obscurity as a result of the Camp Logan Mutiny Houston riot of 1917. And the Veterans Administration was so wonderful in bestowing headstones for these men, and not only just the two here, but for a third soldier who's also buried at a Catholic cemetery here in Houston, Texas. So there were 4 soldiers who died. The 4th was taken to San Antonio where he died. He's buried in San Antonio, but the 3 here, they now have headstones, and they have a memorial for themselves after 100 years of neglect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Reverend?
Well, I'm standing here because it is, I count it as a blessing as I stand here and see that they're tearing the juvenile probation department down, because that is where this journey begins. It began because we had a project in the probation department called the Green Team, and we were taking juveniles that's from 10 years old to 17 years old to clean up an old vacant lot. And as we had 200 and some kids out to begin clean up this lot, we found out it was a cemetery. And the blessing part of it, I found out that the founder of the church I pastor, which is Bethel Baptist Church, which is downtown in 4th Ward in Freemanstown, Jack Gates is buried in the cemetery. So when we found out that the cemetery was there, then we called the city, the neighborhood protection, and they found out that the gentleman who owned the cemetery was getting ready to come in, take up the stones, and build an apartment complex. But because of my perseverance and anger and being upset about it, I talked to the mayor, talked to everyone about it, and they decided to force him by giving him writing off his problems he had with the property. He had a $75,000 lien against the property, and so they told that he would release the lien from him if he deed the property over to our church. So Bethel Baptist Church owns the cemetery, and that's how we began to clean it up, beginning with the juvenile probation department. We would be out here every day with from 100 to 150, 200 children out here starting to cleaning up this cemetery. And as time went on, we were blessed by Randy and blessed by my good friend here and Anthony and everyone. Everybody came out, and God blessed us to have all these people here. And now you see the cemetery the way it is. I can't take credit. Only thing I can take credit is God using me to get the cemetery. But it is a blessing, and I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to God for everyone out here that has done such a tremendous job to make this a blessing. And I'm really proud of it. I thank God.
Thank you.
One more thing, I'd like to give a big shout out to recently retired James Hedge and to Phil Krause of the Veterans Administration here in Houston, Texas, the regional office, and give them a great big thank you and hug for the diligence that they put into getting those markers for these men.
Oh, thank you. I'm listening, but did you explain what you're going to have out here today?
No, I guess we did not. A Chicago I think he's called a movement artist. He uses the human body and then artificial things that go with it to form artistic poses and so forth. And he is on a, I don't know if you'd call it a mission trip almost, but it's a trip around the country where he's making various stops, and Angela probably knows better about this, that is showcasing the history of African Americans in the late 1900s. He wanted to do it for 1919, but apparently he found out about the 1917 riot and how wonderful that story was, or how.
And did I understand you to tell me that some of the soldiers were buried out here at this
Correct.
cemetery?
Yes, the two of them that Angela mentioned, Henry and Watson, are buried here, and that's where the artist is going to perform. They're walking the route of the Houston riot, which came right down Dallas Street here, and then they're going to come in and do their short performance here.
Okay. Any
Let's,
other
figure out
comments?
parking.
Yes, I have one comment, is that, you know, it has been a great pleasure being out here working in this cemetery. It's been very inspiring to have all these people being a part of my life and a part of this cemetery. But the journey is not finished. You know, we have a long road ahead of us, but you know, glory be to God that He's blessing us with even events like this to bring notoriety and bring the public awareness to the cemetery. And we're totally excited about it. I hope and pray that something not only wonderful come out of to the cemetery, but come to this artist for doing, you know, for him and having a heart to come out here and share this with us. So I'm really grateful, and I thank God for it.
Well, one other question for either of you can answer this. How can the public go about helping you? Donations or?
Yeah, the easiest way is to go to our website,
Okay.
College Park Cemetery, all one word, .org.
Okay.
And that's got directions on how to donate and volunteering and so
also
forth.
the history of the cemetery.
Yeah, and the history of the cemetery.
Okay. Thank you guys very much.
Thank
And
you.
ladies.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.